So the countdown has begun, and a quote, emergency has been declared. Let's talk about this. All right. So if you haven't seen from my last few videos, there better be an emergency declared over what's happening, because this is out of control. This is spiraling. This is snowballing. This is getting to a point where it's not, we're not going to have a point of return very soon. All right. So if you haven't seen, French and German energy prices are up almost 1,000% since last year. So they were around, it was around, under $100 per megawatt hour. Now it's over 1,000 euros. Sorry, not dollars, euros. Over 1,000 euros per megawatt hour. So that's a 10x increase in 1 year in energy prices. This is getting out of control. This is insane. All right. And now there is a 3-day countdown for Russia to turn back on the Nord Stream pipeline. So this is one of the main lifeblood pipelines to Europe and Germany, and supplies liquid natural gas from Russia. It has already been at a reduced capacity, I believe at like 20% already. It's already been very squeezed and not giving them what they need. That's why energy prices are already so high. But now it's been turned off for, quote, maintenance for 3 days. All right. So this is very eerie for people in Europe. This is very, knife's edge is like, they don't know if this pipeline will be turned back on or not, because this happened earlier a few months ago. It was turned off for maintenance too. And then once it was turned back on, it was a reduced capacity to only 20%. All right. So it could be, nothing now. And the president of the EU just had a speech, all right, to the European Commission. And she was saying that an emergency needs to be declared to solve this problem, to solve this crisis, because it's so serious and people are going to freeze. All right. Businesses are shutting down. Over 3/4 of the pubs in the UK are shutting down, or at risk of shutting down. The owner's saying they think they're gonna have to shut down if nothing changes. All right. And that's just pubs, that's just bars. All right. That's not even really important to the overall picture of the world, to the economy and everything. Obviously it's important to people and their business, but I'm just saying, like, if 3/4 of bars are going to shut down, what other businesses are shutting down that we're not hearing about? We're already talking about how factories all over Europe are shutting down. Paper factories in Germany are shutting down because they can't operate at a profit right now with these gas prices, with these energy prices, with these electricity prices. These are global market commodities. All right. They're bought on global markets. So this is going to affect everyone. This is going to affect the United States. This is going to affect every country on earth. So let's get to what the European Union Commission president said in this speech, because it's insane. She's just laying it out. So she said, the skyrocketing electricity prices are now exposing, for different reasons, the limitations of our current electricity market design. It was developed under completely different circumstances and for completely different purposes. It is no longer fit for purpose. This is why we, the Commission, are now working on an emergency intervention and a structural reform of the electricity market. We need a new market model for electricity that really functions and brings us back into balance. Okay? So they're looking at emergency intervention to implement price controls on energy. But the main problem is the reduced flow of energy, liquid natural gas. All right. France, half of their power plants are offline right now due to drought and due to prices being so high, due to heat, all this stuff. And they are borrowing energy from Germany in the form of coal, and Italy in the form of coal and gas. So this crisis is going to hit America soon. What are you going to do? Are you prepared for the winter? Because This could be one of those things that's like, it really hits in Europe right about now, in the next month, and then it could take a few months to really hit in the United States, and it could be middle of winter when this hits, and you might need to refill your propane tank or your whatever, your gas tank, whatever kind of gas you got in there, liquid natural gas. You might need to refill your tank, okay? What are you gonna do if prices are 10x'd by then, just like they are in Europe? This could definitely happen. This could definitely come here. So get prepared now. Prepare now. Fill up your tanks now. If you live in the north, you know, you probably have like a propane tank or something, a big tank on your property. Fill it up now if you can afford it. Fill up as much as you can afford it. Put aside a couple $100 next time you get paid and try to fill it up, because these prices are not going down. It's not going anywhere, right? And this is directly tied to fertilizer. It's directly tied to tons of different things, liquid natural gas, and energy prices as well. You could see your electricity bill skyrocketing, all right? You could have your heat blasting. That could also go up. So get prepared now. Get these things now. Get ready now. Start thinking about winter. Look into wood stoves. Try to learn how to cook on a wood stove. This is something I'm trying to learn too, all right? So learn how to cook on a wood stove. It's a little different than normal because you don't have like a dial or anything. It's just like, it's like a fire with a hot plate pretty much over it. So try all these different things. Try to bake some bread on the wood stove, you know? I think you have to like, I'm not even sure what you do, but I think you put a giant pot over it and make it like an oven, kind of like a little dome over it, and you bake your bread in there like on the wood stove top, and put like a big pot over it, big metal pot, big soup pot or something over it to create a dome to make an oven. I don't know. See, this is something I even need to look into. I need to research. So I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to myself right now. Do these things. Get ready now. Figure out how to do it. Chop some wood. Get some wood stored up, just in case. People in Germany, people in Europe are desperate for wood right now. Searches for firewood have gone up like 100x, okay, because all these shortages. People in Poland, I think, I can't remember the country off the top of my head, I believe it's Poland, they are waiting in line for days to get a coal ration, to get coal to heat up their house, because there's no liquid natural gas. A lot of these places you can't just go like chop trees and cut down whatever trees you want in the forest, and a lot of people don't have land. So they're waiting in their car for days, sleeping in their car, wrapped around the block to get coal, to get a coal ration like it's like 1905 or whatever, you know? It's like the 1800s or something. Get your coal ration, right? They just got out the mine. This is crazy. This is insane. This is crazy. So get ready now. You don't want to freeze, guys. This is real. All right, this is real. I'm even worried about this. I need to even stock up more on propane. Maybe get a few extra like 30-gallon tanks or whatever, 7 or 30-pound tanks, whatever they're called, 7-gallon tanks. Get a couple of those stocked up on your property, just in case, you know? If you really are conservative with that, really use it bare minimum just to cook and just for heat, you know, when you're really cold, then you could make that last a long time, all right? You can make your firewood last a long time too. So get ready now. Winter's coming. There's still stuff to do on the homestead. You can still get animals on the homestead. Most places, you can still do it. Even if you're in Canada, you probably still have a little bit of time, all right? You could probably there's still like animals being born up here right now in Colorado. There's still baby calves being born. I see them. So don't worry. You still have some time. It's only fall. It's getting to fall. But the leaves are changing. I can see it. The leaves are getting like crispy and yellow. They're not lush and soft and green anymore because it's getting cold, right? We were freezing our butt off the other night because we did run out of propane, actually, because that's our main heat source. It's just propane because it's just easier. It's convenient, obviously, than a wood stove, and it heats better. But we ran out of propane in the middle of the night. We were freezing, all right? Woke up freezing, turned it on, just blew out cold air. That's the worst feeling. Worst feeling. You're freezing. You're like, oh, get that heat going. And then you're by the heater and it just blows cold air and it makes you even colder. So don't get stuck in that situation. Don't be like me. Stay prepared, guys. Always get ready. Always be prepared. It's coming, guys. These people have a plan. These people are doing it. It's on purpose. We all know this. None of this was happening a few years ago. None of this was happening. It wasn't this, there was problems, but this is insane. This is civilization ending events that are happening. So let me know what you guys think. What are you doing to get prepared? What do you think about this emergency declared in Europe? I feel like they're going to have massive problems this winter. And thank you guys for watching. You have a blessed day.